thought I'd show you my flowers. I love flowers, and these are actually dying a bit. These ones here are dying. They're roses, but I have them in little bottles that I can't remember where I got this from. But these roses are about 3 weeks old, and they're still not dying too much. Starting to curl around the edges. These flowers I got from a friend for converting a headpiece, like a wedding comb, into a necklace and earrings for her. I'll show you the picture of what they look like. The pattern you can see in the background are the lights that I've got outside. I wanted them to project onto the blind. And I have these in my kitchen. I don't have the Met flowers in any other part, basically because the cats would knock them over, and the cats aren't allowed in the kitchen. I've got a dripping tap here, sorry. And basically because the cats aren't allowed in the kitchen, but also because this is the place that I spend a lot of time in when I'm not sewing, and I like to look out of the window and have these beautiful flowers. I've also got this little thing that I got on eBay. It's filled with water, coloured water, and it tells me when the water pressure's up or down, and we've had a really cold spell, and that's where it's gone right up to. Before it was down here, and now it's gone up. I can't fathom out whether that means it's low pressure or high pressure. If you know, you might be able to tell me. Yeah, this is my conservatory. The sewing machine has been put away, and we're ready for Christmas. There is the corner lights that the husband set up with blue and white lights. We've got the Christmas tree. Unfortunately, it's not the real thing. We used to have real things, but I got fed up of picking up pine needles. And then what I've done here is I've taken some vases, big vases, filled them with these little lights. You'll see that will change in a minute. There, it's just little lights, and then put some. These are fabric flowers that I've had for years, but they come out every year just for Christmas. And then here, these are little lights that have got hearts in. These are battery operated ones, whereas those are electric ones. The battery operated lights are just in a vase again, and they're with some pine cones on sticks. That's a good idea to do if you have pine cones in your gardens. And if you have a large garden with pine trees, stick them on a wooden stick, a wooden skewer stick, and you can have that as a decoration. And all the way along the window ledge, I've got pine cones here, pine cones on a strand. Those are not, I didn't make them, I bought them like that. And then I've got a little pixie on the window, little pixie on that one, Santa Claus here. I did have other ones, but the grandchildren have been here and they've knocked some of them off. There's one, little Santa Claus on a sleigh. Oh, the cat's just gone flying past. This is a great little thing that I bought, and I thought was great. I think within a week of getting it though, I dropped it on the floor and it broke. This is a green ball, not really in the. I would have preferred a different colour, because you know I don't like green. But this, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, if I can get a hold of it, this is where you can have tissues, but the kind of tissues you have in there is, if I can split it apart, is a toilet roll. A toilet roll. Look at that. So you put the lid on there, and you draw the toilet paper through the top, and there you've got your toilet roll holder. Now, isn't that wonderful? I saw that on Pinterest, I think it was, and I just had to have it. So I went searching high and low, and I found that the only place I could get it was from China, and I think it was on an eBay site. So I bought one. I wish I'd bought a couple, but you couldn't choose the colour, so I ended up with a green one. My favourite colour, of course, those of you who know me. Then this one these are those baubles on a stick again. You could do that with it. Again, these are bought ones, but they're easy enough to do. Take an old bauble, get one of these sticks that the wooden skewer type sticks, and just hot glue the stick into it. More little. Oh, look who's there! Hello, hello, hello. What are you doing? What are you doing? Eh? And then the next thing that we've got are the balls. This ball, which it's a purple one, and I quite like it. It's random flashing. And in the distance against the garden fence, I have a little laser show going on. It's Christmas trees, snowflakes, Santa Claus, and then dots that go all over the place. The only thing is, it's a little laser projector I bought, but the word Christmas is written on it, but it's the wrong way around, and it looks like Zaki or something. Anyway, I have to have it shining outside because there's a little animal there who's now inside, who likes these dots. She jumps all over when she sees the dots, and I'll show you what I mean. She gets excited when she sees all these dots all over the place, don't you? Don't you get excited, eh? What's going on there? What's going on? Eh? Are those dots jumping all over the place on your wall? Hey, what are they doing? What are they doing? Eh? There, there, there. And there, 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 there. Ha, 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 ha. Up, ha. She's trying to eat them, aren't you? Oh. Oh, she's caught. Your claws are caught on that. That's going to come off. Oh, get off. I think I better stop. She says, what on earth is going on? It's gone. They've gone. They've gone. Yeah. They've gone. They're outside now. They're out on the fence over there now. Then, just to sum it all up, in the hallway, we have a little light that does candy canes, Christmas trees, reindeers and stars. And we put it up last night. We bought it from the local shop called The Range. My husband took a fancy to it. And it's actually a bulb like that you fit into your light bulb. And it's rotating. I don't know if you may not be able to see. But it rotates. And the pictures are depicted onto the ground, and the kids love them. We had the grandchildren here yesterday, and they loved it. So there's another one. Hi everybody, it's Micheline from Misha Makes again with another vlog, and this will be kind of possibly the only Christmas vlog I will do, or I might be able to squeeze another one in before Christmas. But I did so want to do Vlogmas this year, but a couple of things set me back. One was, the most important thing was that we were very, very busy at work. December is our busiest time, and we can't always I can't always find the time to vlog every day. This is the time when some of our big customers come to us and they want us to turn things around within a week, and so we have to do it. It's, you know, it's something we do for them. And so we sell a lot of trophies at this time of the year, and we sell a lot of medals, believe it or not. Medals, I don't know why, but we sell a lot of medals. Medals for the teacher, medals for the corporate medals, you know, to thank people, medals for competitions, medals for quizzes, and so on. And then of course I've had accounts to do because it's coming up to our end of year, and the other downside is that where I live, this little estate has the worst internet that I've ever known. I can't, if I can WhatsApp my sister in France, I can WhatsApp friends in Australia, and they have the most perfect picture, but all they get from us is little bitty bits, because the reception here, the download or the upload or whatever it is very, very poor. And in fact, we have, it's a private estate. It's part of, it used to be part of the airport, of an RAF base, and this little estate that I live on is from 19 1930, I think it was, or maybe it's 1950. The land, the grassy areas and the verges and so on are maintained by ourselves. We all donate into it. And the guy who is in charge of it lives across the road, and I was complaining to him saying, the internet is absolutely terrible. And he said, I know, tell me about it. So he then asked me to send out messages around the whole of the estate to ask what speed, to refer us to some website where you could check your download speed. And I had to email across to everybody and say, could you check your download speed and let us know what your download speed will be? One of the replies I got back, I just had to laugh. He put a few expletives in as well, but he said, I won't use any bad language. He said, Fred Flintstone can get better internet than we can. And I thought, you know, you're blooming right. You can't. I cannot try to upload one of my vlogs. I think this is also what stops me from doing them as many. I can upload a vlog and it can take me a whole night or even the whole day to try and upload it. And yet when I go to work, I can upload it in probably about 15-20 minutes or even less perhaps. And so, you know, we've got really rapid speed at work and absolutely nothing here. So this video that I'm doing now will probably be uploaded at work because it's a lot faster to upload. Anyway, so that was another reason why I haven't done a daily vlog, because I knew I wouldn't have time to upload it at work. And so so here I am with just a one vlogmas. Would you call it a one vlogmas? Or it could be a duo vlogmas, because there might be another one. Anyway, I hope you're all ready and prepared for Christmas. I'm not. I'm totally unprepared. Anyone who sent me a Christmas card, thank you. I haven't got around to posting any yet. I will do it. It may end up being New Year cards or something, but I'm just absolutely tied up to here with work that I don't have a chance to do anything. So one day when I get to be retired, and Joy Bernhardt, who has a vlog and I watch her, is the same as me. She turned 68 a few weeks back, and I turned 68 this weekend. And she was saying, oh, we're nearly retired, we nearly sold the business. And last week it was, she was saying, everything is signed, sealed, delivered, she is out of the business, they don't own it anymore. And so we are the same. We'd love to sell our business, but nobody's interested in buying it. It's an internet business, profitable internet business, but it seems to me that people either want to start up their own businesses or they don't really want to take over an established business. So we probably will either just close complete, which is such a shame because we've got a name for ourselves, a good name I should say, not a bad one, or we will just have to bring it right down and just run it slowly, keep our good customers and work from home if needs be, and do that way. I have to say, we are working 3 days a week. We now work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're at home at the moment for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, which is very good. And at the moment, time is filled with looking after children, grandchildren rather. So it's been a busy month for me. I've put up a little video of my Christmas decorations. We decorated the tree last night. I had the two grandsons for the weekend, and so the oldest one helped me decorate the tree. I'm not allowed to film the boys or the girls. Well, the girls not so bad because they're getting older, and the oldest one wants to do her own YouTube vlogs. But I have to be careful. I can't show the children because Dad and Mum don't want me to show them, and I respect their privacy for that. I gave you a make 9 that I was going to do in January 2018 of this year, and I've only made 6 items. And the 3 that I haven't, 1, 2, 3, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, yes, 9. I can't work out maths. My brain's gone numb. I've been babysitting all weekend. There are 3 that I haven't done, 2 that I might carry forward to next year, and and one that I think I shall reject completely. And that is, the one that I will keep is this one, because I actually like this one. And that's the Sewaholic Granville shirt. Now the Sewaholic Granville shirt has been recommended to me by several people. And I have the fabric, I just haven't had the time to make it. The other one that I haven't made, but I definitely will do, is the Simplicity 2289. It's like a top come coat. You'd have to throw it over your head, but it's got the cowl neck and it's long, and I think that will look nice. I quite fancy making that. Probably in January I'll get that made. The one that I didn't want to make, it's not floating my boat, as you would say, is the Quick Sew K4136, and I'll show you that. I'll put a picture up of all these. I'll put a picture up here to show you which one that is. It's nice, it probably will look lovely, and I probably will make it eventually, but it's not floating my boat at the moment. But the latest thing I have made is the bag. I was making a bag, and the bag I was going to do you know, every time I come on this program or do a vlog, I always, when I come to look at myself, I always see dirty marks on my tops, and it doesn't help because I've got black on. So anyway, this is the Tasche Mabel. I'll take it out of this sheet so you can see. It's a German one, and it's called the Tasche Mabel, and it's by she says AK Creative. I think I would say AK Creative, but I think it's AK Creative. And eine Nahenleitung, whatever a Nahenleitung is. I saw it on a vlog and I thought, oh, I like that. And the thing I like is that's got a zip down that side and a zip down that side, and you can slip things like a newspaper or a long umbrella along in there, or you can just push something in one side. And I thought it was a nice idea. And this is the lady who doesn't like green. This lady doesn't like green, but I do like that. I like an army green. So I tried to, oh, my ear's itchy. I tried to look for very similar fabrics. The green fabric, the spotty fabric, the mannequin fabric. I already had this black PVC, what do you call it? Simulated leather. I had the leather look. I already had that. But I wanted to try and get, I actually loved the way it was. So I found some green, and it was like a velour type green. I found some spotty, but the spotty was slightly, it's a canvas that I got, and it's slightly bigger spots or more spaced spots. So they're less noticeable in a sense. And I found that actual fabric, which I thought was lovely. I found that actual fabric. But when I came to ordering it, I found it, I put it on the watch list, and I thought, right, I'll order that in a couple of days' time. And when I went to order it, they had none left. So I finally found somebody in China who sold something similar, and I bought something similar to that. I think she likes it. I wanted to emulate the actual style as much as possible because I loved the colour scheme, and I like this bit here as well. So I've got the black leatherette. That's not a problem. The green, believe it or not, is the green that I like. It's an olive green, and I've managed to get this, which is very similar. This olive green, which is very similar, complete with cat hairs. Look at the cat hairs already. She's been sitting on it. A nice chenille type. It's actually a curtain fabric, but it's quite nice. And the spotted fabric, I've managed to get this, which is a heavy canvasy type of fabric. So I think that's going to be quite nice there. See if I can show you the other side. It's a heavy canvas. It's quite thick, fairly thick. Don't know if that shows you very well, but it is fairly thick. So that's those two there that I've got. Now this fabric I searched high and low for, and I actually found some in China, but when I came to ordering it, they had none left. So I managed to get some close to it, and this is what I got. This is quite close. The actual figures have dresses on this one, it has like petticoat dress. These are just mannequins with spotted things, but I think we can get away with that quite well. So the colour scheme is going to be exactly like that, which is green spots. Are you being nosy? What are you wanting to see? You're wanting to see what I've got. Green spots. Is that nice? Do you like my fabric? Is that fabric nice? It must be because you've been sitting on it. Have you been sitting on it? Yes, have you been sitting on it? Oh, that's not very nice, is it? That doesn't smell of pussycat food, does it? So, I'm quite looking forward to making this. The good thing is, although it's in German, there is a sewalong. She does speak in German all the way through, but I have already made a purse from this lady, so I'm quite confident I'll be able to work it through with what she says. And the actual bag that I created, well, let me show you. So this is the actual bag that I've created. The green is the same. As I said, the spots were more spaced out, so I did a spot run there and a spot run there. The mannequins are slightly different. I think on that one the mannequins all go down the same way. This one has mannequins upside down and some downwards. And then I've got the leather look fabric there. I made myself a little tassel to go on there. The difference is I used studs there. She hasn't. She stitched hers on the handles there. They've been stitched. But I just felt that the way that I wasn't confident enough to sew them with the stitching on there. I did do these bits with stitching. It's got, as I say, it's got two side zips, one down there and one down there, so that you can slip your newspaper through, your magazine through, or you can put your umbrella through, or you can just close one up. If I can close it, you can close one up and you can just slip your mobile phone in there and then zip it up. If you don't want it to fall out, you can have it so that it's just halfway up and you can put your mobile phone in there and get it out, in and out there. Then on the back it has a zip pocket, and that has a fairly deep pocket, and I lined that with the mannequin fabric as well. It goes down to there. And then the top has a zip that opens up, and inside I have a spotty lining, and I have a little side pocket there. So all in all, I was very pleased with it. I thought it was really nice. It's not showing itself in a good light here. You know how when you buy bags, they always have them padded with airbags. Well, it could do with some airbags to flatter it, to set it out. But the other thing that I did was I followed what they said, and I had two of these here on either side for a shoulder strap. But then I figured, you know, I don't need a shoulder strap because I would normally carry my bag like that. I would generally have it over my shoulder, so I couldn't see the point of the shoulder strap. So, and then I figured, well, I could hang my keys on there. I can hang keys on that one, or do whatever I like, because I do tend to hang my keys on the side of my handbag. So that is my Tasche mabel. Now the amazing thing was, it took me a lot of effort to try and understand what the website said, because I had to download the pattern. I had to buy the pattern first, and when I bought the pattern it was all in German. God, thick brain here, noodle head, didn't realise that I knew it was there, but it didn't come to mind that if you click a little thing on your Google panel at the right, it'll translate the page for you. So I should have clicked that, because it would have made life a lot easier. I spent a lot of time trying to order this pattern, and it's a PDF pattern, and every single page is in German. So I started going through each page trying to read it and translate it. However, I have to say, the pictures are very, let's see if I can do it that way. The pictures are very self-explanatory. They are very good to show you what to do. And I figured sometimes if you're not sure about a pattern, the fact that I chose the same fabrics meant that I knew which fabrics I had to put where, and so that was quite handy. I also learned that on my phone I can download an app that scans and translates. So when I came to doing let's see if I can find an example. Translator, it's called a Translate app. There's also Google Translate. So I open the Translate app. Right, so I then click on take a picture. Just scan it over the text like so. Make sure it's focused. Take a picture, and then it's working on it, and then it asks me to choose the bit that I want to translate. So I'm cropping it round to the one that I want to translate. I may have cut the words off just at one side there, but then I ask it to translate, and it comes up. Oh, you get another advert, so get rid of that. Get rid of that. And at the top it's read it in German, and then it goes into English. And the English says, cut out the part 7 from the paper template, attach the trappings part 7 on the left side of the fabric, fold your lining fabric, and zyke 1 centimetre. So sometimes it gets it wrong. I don't know what zyke means, but you kind of can get an idea. German is a difficult one to translate. I once tried to do German. I could do Spanish. I did Spanish O level, and I can speak fluent French, but German, it's supposed to be very, very close to the Geordie language, but I just couldn't get away with it. So anyway, this is the Tasche mabel, and I really enjoyed making it. It was very, very good. So would I do it again? Yes, I would. Did I find it straightforward and easy? Yes. What did I like about it? I liked the whole layout. I thought it was very, very nicely explained. What level would I say it was at? I would say someone who was advanced easy. You know, not a beginner, but somebody who was just heading into intermediate could be able to do this, and that's well worth you if you can do it. The downside was it was in German, and it's not easy for everybody to do. So yes, I would recommend that. Now I've got one little last thing that I'm going to show you before I finish this particular vlog, and that's this scarf. Now I thought I'll take this off to let you see. It's probably too late. I meant to do this a month ago, and I never got around to doing it, and I kept saying to myself, you should do it because people could use them. But then I thought, well, maybe it's after Christmas, you might, when you're tidying out your stash and everything, you might have all this rubbishy fabric that you want to use up. And this is a way of using your fabric up. Now this fabric here, let me just show you. This is a piece of fabric. It's a rectangle of fabric, and basically if I take an easier one, you can do one of several things. I'll do the easiest one. I've made several of these. This is a top I never got to show you on my vlog. I made a top with this fabric, and this was some spare fabric that I had left. Now what you do is you measure your head. Well, you don't measure your head. I basically cut a rectangle of fabric, and I make it so that when I'm holding it there, I have a little gap there. Can you see? It doesn't have to have the gap, but it just means that you've got a bit of fabric to play with. And then I cut it into a rectangle like so, and I finished the edge. Now on this case I did a double over hem edge, and then I zigzagged all the way around. You can use whatever you like, whatever means you want to finish it. Then, because this is see-through and it was single thickness, I then took one corner, and I don't know why, but for some reason it's the left hand corner on, it's the looking at the right side of the fabric, it's the left hand corner, but you can do it whichever way you want. I took one corner and I folded the top bit of fabric over about 5 centimeters perhaps, but one end is kept, it just folded over, and the other end I folded over. Now because this is quite a flimsy fabric, I used some interfacing on the back of it. And then diagonally, so I've got this folded over on the whole of the fabric. I'll show you that side. It's folded over. On one corner I did a large buttonhole. You see the large buttonhole? So that's the side that's got a bit folded over, and as you can see, it's more open on this side, right? So you've got a free fold there, and you've got a little folded bit there. And I only did that because I could have done it without that, but I wanted to strengthen that buttonhole. And then basically put it around your neck with the buttonhole, take that point, feed it through there, pull it and turn your scarf round, and you've got yourself a little scarf. And it's quite nice. It's a nice little scarf. Now I've made quite a few, but I can't find where they are because I have hundreds of scarves. Not only do I have hundreds of pairs of earrings, I have hundreds of scarves. Oh, by the way, my little grandson picked these ones. I am called Grandma Earrings because I have hundreds of earrings. I always go and look after them, and I always have different earrings. And they have declared that some of them, one of them is a Superman earring, because it looks like Superman's shield, or like it's got the triangle like Superman, and other ones are like Iron Man. And it's usually the boys that tell me that I've got amazing earrings, and the eldest granddaughter is now wearing dangly earrings because of Grandma. Anyway, this was one of those scarves that I got with a t-shirt, with a what did I get it with? A navy blue t-shirty type thing that I bought from Sainsbury's, and it was one of those ones that you get where it wraps around twice and just dangles. It was like a tube, and it wrapped around twice, and I can't get away with those. So I basically cut a rectangle there. It was already in a tube fashion, so I just finished the edge off both sides there, made a buttonhole. There we go. For some reason, again, I like the button. Made sure it was kind of just bigger than my head, and feed that through there like that, because this is jersey, so it's a little bit tighter in the thing. But there you go. There's another one. And the third one that I've come across that I can find in my belongings is a spare bit of fabric I had again, but this one I've doubled over. It's basically a big bag, you know what I mean. It's a whole tube of it that's joined together. And so this one, same thing, buttonhole in one corner and just left like that, round here, thread it through, pull it round, and you've got yourself a scarf. Now I did that myself. I just thought it's not been copied from anybody. I just happened to think, what can I do with that fabric, and wouldn't it look nice if it was a scarf? Now I also have lots of scarves, as I say. Some of them are really too big, so I may actually start reducing them down, and I could make 2 scarves and give one to the daughter and keep one for myself. But I just thought this was a nice way to use up your scrap fabric. So there's a little make that you could make if you've got time. Make it for Christmas as a little random stocking filler for somebody, or just for yourself for next spring. And it's lovely. Keeps your chin warm, keeps your neck warm as well. So I'm putting my gilet back on because although this house is very warm, I'm so used to wearing a gilet to keep warm in our English winter at the moment that I prefer to be covered up. Right, so that is the end of my vlogmas. My vlogmas. That's the end of my what have you got planned for Christmas? very quickly, I'll tell you, we are planning to have my son and his family are coming for Christmas Day. My daughter couldn't make it. Her husband's a fireman and he could get Christmas Day off, but not Boxing Day. And they live a 5-hour drive away, so they are not going to be coming. And then my husband's family come for Boxing Day and we're going to all have a meal out then. And then after that, on the 28th, we are heading down for two nights to visit my daughter near Hazelmere, near Guildford on the way, and then we are going to go to France for a week to stop with a friend in northern France. So I shall take you with me when I go there, because I took you to Devon last time. We missed out going to France with her this year. But I shall take you with me anyway. And I'm sure I'll probably do another Vlogmas episode for you pretty quickly, I hope. So the other thing I would like to know is, probably in the new year I might do a question and answer. I must apologise, I haven't been responding to many comments in the past 2 or 3 weeks. I've just had so much to do, I haven't had a chance to. I read them, I see them, and then I think, oh God, you must answer these people, and I never get around to doing it. So I will answer you, I really promise I will. I'll get back to you where, you know, and if you haven't heard from me, majority of people will have heard from me and will have got an answer. A couple of times I've thought, right, I'll go further back and see if there's anybody I've missed, and I've come across the odd one or two, and I've apologised to them for being so long and getting back to them. But I will answer you where possible. And so, probably in the new year, I thought you might like, if you want to, you can ask me a question and answer, give me some questions that you might like me to answer. I might be able to answer them, or then again I might not be able to answer them. It'll be quite fun to be able to say, oh God, I don't know the answer to that. Oh. So anyway, I better go because I've waffled on far too long. So I'll catch you next time. Bye.